together to offer top-notch patient-centered orthopedic care for all. Serving the entire state of Maine, Spectrum Health has a location near you. Ask your doctor to be referred to Spectrum Healthcare Partners, leading orthopedic care in Maine. Visit them online at spectrumhcp.com. Again, that's spectrumhcp.com for a list of services and locations. Discover for yourself why more and more people choose Twin Town Homes in Oxford, proudly supporting local athletes in their community since 1955.
First courses in several locations in Oxford and Franklin counties. If you're looking for quality, convenience, and the lowest tuition in New England, come and explore Central Maine Community College. Call us today at 755-5273. For more information, visit our website, cmcc.edu.
Whether you're on your way to the game or celebrating after, Pat's Pizza on Center Street in Auburn invites you to stop by for a meal that everyone in your family and on your team will enjoy. Like spinach and artichoke dip, nachos, amazing salads and wraps, meat and veggie lasagna, and more. And of course, there's Pat's Pizza. Order plain, specialty, gourmet, or gluten-free. Dine in or take out from Pat's Pizza, located at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Call 784-8221, online at patsauburn.com. Pat's Pizza is proud to be a sponsor of high school playoff action.
Make this the best summer ever with the YMCA of Auburn Lewiston.
For youth entering kindergarten through 10th grade, the Y offers multiple summer camp programs close to home at the historic Camp Corner at Lower Rang Pond in Poland. Both camps have the opportunity to visit and explore our outdoor learning and education center.
Sign up for 1 week at a time or for the whole summer. Y Summer Camps give children confidence, and their experiences and memories will last a lifetime.
Financial assistance is available to qualifying families, and on-site childcare is provided before and after camp.
For more information, visit the Y at 62 Turner Street in Auburn or call 795-4095. Online at alymca.org and on Facebook.
Celebrating 60 years serving our communities, Rainbow Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
At Rainbow FCU, they understand how busy life can get. That's why they offer the latest technology, giving you banking access when and where you need it.
And when it's time to purchase a car or home, Rainbow Federal Credit Union is here for you with attractive rates, products, and services.
Visit their 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, Mechanic Falls, and South Paris.
Online at rainbowfcu.com.
Listen longer, listen farther. To Maine's Big Z, 105.5 and 1240 WEZR, Lewiston, Auburn, plus 92.7 WEZR FM, Norway.
Your friends on the Z.
Welcome back. Time for the national anthem here at Suburban Little League. Nothing like a good barbershop quartet taking care of it on the national anthem. Matt Bowell, Steve Flynn with you here. Chris Hodgkins back at the Spectrum Healthcare Partners studios. We're in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. It is Edward Little and Lewiston baseball.
Early upset alert.
Early upset alert.
Brewer lost to Mount Ararat today.
Mount Ararat does that every year, don't they?
And so what this means, Matty, is that we will have a home playoff game this Saturday. Winner of this game will host.
Yes, that's right.
So
now Oxford Hills has already moved on.
They won 9-1 against Camden
Hills. They won 9-1 against
Bangor
Camden
won
Hills.
2-0.
Correct.
Much what we've expected here, aside from the Brewer loss. I mean, that's a pretty big upset. I mean, that's one of the 3 losses that Edward Little had. They come into this game 13-3. They've won 10 of their last 11. Feeling pretty good. I mean, one of those 3 losses we talked about came from Brewer. One of the other ones came at the hands of Oxford Hills, and of course the third one came at the hands of Lewiston.
Lewiston 9-5. Early May, it was at Lewiston. Of course, nobody's playing any more games at that field right now because it's now a driveway. But
yeah, I just saw pictures. The acting general manager, Todd Cifelli, for Lewiston High School showed me pictures of it actively being demolished today. The baseball field is no longer. So that presents an interesting scheduling snafu, potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, my friend.
We'll see how that goes. You wonder if maybe they'll throw a game on at Bates or something.
That could happen. That could happen. We've seen that before.
Of course, that is the hot rumor about football. So
Right.
You never know.
They're going to have to figure something out.
Could be something.
Yep.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe they could. You know what they could do? Maybe they could play at Fenway. That's what they could do.
That might not be a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. Do you want to actually? You know what? I'll go through the lineups for Lewiston if you want to go through Edward Little.
That works.
Jack LeBlond will lead off the Blue Devils. Evan Cox is pitching. He's batting second. Hunter Landry is in center field. He's John Fogarty's boy today. He's batting third. Eddie Turgeon in the cleanup spot in left field. Dalton Wing, is he related to Dave? I don't know. He plays third base. He'll be batting fifth today. Nate Osgood is the DH for Cooper Millett. Millett is the right fielder. Ben Chassie plays first base. Gordon Beckwith is your catcher batting eighth. Owen Cox rounding it out batting ninth, and he will be manning second base today.
Defensively for the Eddies from left to right field, Christian Beliveau will be in left field. Tyler Blanchard is your center fielder. Mason Brushwine will be in right field. Tyler Libby at third base. The shortstop is Austin Brown. C.J. Gibson, the senior, he'll be at second base. We won't be surprised to see him come in at the end of this game, maybe close one out. 3 saves this year. We heard Coach Jordan talk about that in the pregame. Over at first base, the big left-handed hitting Grant Hartley. Catcher today is going to be Max Bell. And the word on the street is Jared Norcross-Plord is going to be on the bump today. I did see Damien St. Pierre warming up a little bit as well. Maybe a little bit of gamesmanship, but it looks like the tall right-hander is going to make his way out to the bump, and it is going to be Norcross-Plord for the Eddies to get started. Max Bell is his catcher. They've had a lot of experience together. A couple of guys that have played a lot of baseball together over the years. Didn't get the umpires' names. Bummer about that. Maybe we'll get one in between innings. Maybe we can catch one of them.
I believe we're familiar with one of them, but I'm not sure who's doing what.
I'm going to tell you, well, no, I'm not going to make any guesses.
No, we're not.
Making no guesses.
No, okay. Edward Little is in the home white, maroon trim, maroon hat. Lewiston is in the blue jerseys with white pants and blue helmets. Lewiston is coached by Will Emerson. Edward Little coached by Dave Jordan. Edward Little fell in the regional final last year to eventual state champion Bangor. Of course, this Saturday, Bangor heads to Oxford Hills. That will be an 11:30 pregame on 96.9 AM 1450 The Ox. Aaron Morse, Dave Wing, the new dynamic duo out there, will have the call for you on that one. And then the winner of this one will host Mount Ararat on Saturday. And once we have a time for that one, we'll tell you when, and I would be willing to bet Steve and I will be on the call, and we'll be having some video for that, too.
You will do that. We'll do that. We can order that up.
Yeah, I think we can spin that. And we're efforting video for the regional finals if everybody makes it. And if everything continues, there's odds that somebody's going to make it. So, makes it helpful.
Matty B, it looks like we are ready to play ball.
Really is.
And lights not on. Interesting. I thought the lights might come on before the first pitch.
I did too, but didn't. So, okay, no problem.
Home plate umpire gets the okay from all 3 field umps, and we're ready to rock and roll.
LeBlond steps in. Batting left-handed. Norcross-Plord's first pitch is high and outside, 1-0. Norcross-Plord, tremendous multiple sport athlete.
University of Hartford bound.
Yes. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. Beautiful night here at Auburn Suburban Little League. Beautiful. Been waiting for this all spring.
Nice and still. No killer sun.
Only a couple of mosquitoes. Pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2. Good crowd here as well. This is what you like to see for high school baseball. This is what folks have been waiting for kind of all spring.
Yeah, no doubt. This is where you want to be.
That pitch is going to be fouled out of play. Edward Little softball team got upset yesterday. Not upset at,
Not emotionally upset.
Not emotional. I mean, I'm sure they were after the game, but they did fall 2-0 yesterday. That was a kind of a surprising thing. But there's always upsets in the spring. I don't think that's new. Pitches inside, 2-2. Spring is kind of a weird time for kids. They've got graduation going on. They've got, they just finished up prom. They're getting ready to start their adult life. Pitch. Just outside and low.
Change it is a brewing at that time. A lot of different things you got to deal with.
So much is going on. So these guys, this is really the last time they get to play high school athletics. Yeah. So it's an interesting thing for all of them. That pitch is in there for a strike, and there's one down for the Blue Devils here in the top of the first.
7-pitch at bat that time for Norcross Plord, and it looked like he just wasn't able to spot his fastball. Missed early with the first pitch, got back to his release point with a breaking ball, then kept missing with a fastball, but used it for the out pitch there with a full count. And got the call looking. 7-pitch strikeout for Norcross Plord.
Evan Cox steps in. He's on the bump. He's going to ground one right to the third baseman, Libby. Across the diamond. Slide is in, and he is out. Went with the Brett Gardner slide into first there, and same result. Called out.
Kind of a short hop for Libby. He kind of jumped up on it, didn't field it cleanly, and the throw kind of took Hartley up the first baseline, so he came out. And he is right-handed, so he was able to kind of catch it with his left hand, make the tag real quick, and get Cox while he was trying to slide.
2 down here in the top of the first for Lewiston. Hunter Landry steps in, the center fielder. Norcross Plord 2 for 2 so far in getting outs. That pitch is high, 1-0.
Landry, one of the young kids on this Lewiston ball club, only 4 seniors.
1-0 pitch, outside 2-0.
Not often you see a sophomore hitting in the 3-hole, but he has played a good center field for the Blue Devils. Handles the bat well.
A lot of good youngsters on this Lewiston squad. That pitch is going to be hit towards us, and it'll be caught. Tyler Blanchard gets underneath it, and that will wrap it up. 1-2-3 go the Devils in the first. EL on the way up. We're in the first inning. No score. Quarterfinal baseball action here on the Z.
Gleason Media is proud to announce Spectrum Healthcare Partners, Central Maine Orthopedics and OA Centers for Orthopedics, partnered together to offer top-notch patient-centered orthopedic care for all. Serving the entire state of Maine, Spectrum Healthcare has a location near you. Ask your doctor to be referred to Spectrum Healthcare Partners, leading orthopedic care in Maine. Visit them online at spectrumhcp.com. Again, that's spectrumhcp.com for a list of services and locations.
Welcome back. Matt Belwell, Steve Flynn. Chris Hodgkins is back at the Spectrum Healthcare Partners Studios. This video stream can be found online at mbr.org. Find it easily. Go to sportstime780.com, click local, and it'll all be right there. The very first post is broadcast listings. They're all right there for you. Listen online, watch online at mbr.org. Of course, you can also listen online at mainsbigz.com. Oh, yeah,
Line up for every little.
Go ahead.
Austin Brown will lead it off. He's the shortstop. Tyler Blanchard, the center fielder, will bat second. Big left-handed hitting Grant Hartley hits third. Norcross Plord will bat cleanup. Max Bell, the catcher, hits fifth. Mason Brushwine, he's in right field. He's going to bat sixth. Tyler Libby will follow him. Ian Brushwine is the designated hitter for Bellevue, and C.J. Gibson will hit ninth. Defensively, Turgeon, Landry, and Millett left to right in the outfield. Dalton Wing is at third base. LeBlond is at short. Owen Cox at second. Ben Chassie at first. Gordon Beckwith, your catcher, and on the bump, Evan Cox.
Gordon Beckwith back for the Devils.
Yes, well, I mean he's
That's a big addition for them.
Few different roles for them this year. As a junior, really provided a lot of leadership for this Blue Devil squad, and it's good to see him fill in the role as needed. Didn't come into this year as the starting catcher, but has done a fantastic job stepping in and not missing a beat.
Evan Cox steps in. You know he's always going to have a place in my heart just because he's got the stirrups on. I mean, that's key. First pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And as a wise man once told me, the most important pitch is strike one.
Oh, very true, very true. Best pitch in baseball. Best pitch in baseball.
I don't know who told me that. I'm not sure.
I believe I know.
Oh, one pitch is fouled away over by the Edward Little side of things.
See Eddie be pretty aggressive with the bat. They generate a lot more offense comparatively to the Blue Devils. They've just got guys that swing for a lot more power. They get after it pretty early in the count. They're familiar with Cox, so they'll try to get fastballs early.
Brown in there waiting. Cox taking his time on the mound. Kicks and delivers, and that's going to be line fouled on the first base line. Still 0-2.
Way behind that fastball now. So the way you want to try to reverse think this is, okay, he's going to probably try to speed up his bat so you can throw him something off speed to change that rhythm and kind of get him off balance. See if you can't get him leaning out on the front foot.
Bottom of the first, no score between Edward Little and Lewiston. The 0-2 pitch is bounced in there for a ball, 1-2. I'm really surprised the lights aren't on yet.
Yeah, it'll happen soon. They got to do it in the top of the inning.
1-2. Outside, 2-2. Looked like a curve that missed there.
Just missed. We got a heck of an angle here. Dead center. I mean, we look like I think our cameraman might be dead center.
That pitch is high. This is the Red Sox and Orioles. People would be throwing things at each other right now.
Sped it up a little bit that time. Ball got behind him, and his release point kind of fell behind. That ball got left up and in.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is low, and Cox lost him. Got off to a good start with an 0-2 pitch, and then it got fouled off, and down to first goes Austin Brown, and Edward Little has a runner on first with nobody out.
There's all of these different rules. First pitch, the first strike is the best pitch.
Right, yeah.
Lead-off walks. 80% of lead-off walks score. I mean, lead-off walks are really, really tough to encounter, so now you got to try to get on top here, see if you can't force a ground ball. And these are dangerous in this position.
Walks and errors always seem to cause issues. Bunted at it, and I don't think he pulled it. No, he did pull it back in time. 1-0.
First rule of bunting, if you are bunting for a sacrifice, is bunt a strike. It's not your responsibility to just hit anything. You definitely want to make the pitcher throw a strike.
That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. No bunt shown on that play.
I will not be surprised to see the bunt put back on. Thought being wait till he gets a strike in. Maybe not. Maybe Dave's not worried about the run early.
And it's bunted foul.
And so now he's got 2 strikes and he's pretty limited. So he's going to be swinging away, I would rather guess.
No, it's all pinned into the wall there. Yes.
I'll tell you, Dave is a guy who is not afraid to bunt with 2 strikes. He's got a lot of confidence in his guys that they can execute when they are asked. Got big Grant Hartley in the on-deck circle, and they'd like to get him up to the dish with a guy in scoring position.
And look back over to first, runner back. My favorite play in baseball. Are you leaving first? You better not be. 1-2 pitch. It's going to be grounded to short and bobbled and then thrown into center field. Brown's going to head to third base. And Lewiston, like you don't want to have happen if you're a Lewiston fan, a walk and then an error, and now you've got runners on the corners with nobody out in the bottom of the first.
Probably 2 errors. Fielding error allows Blanchard to reach first base, and then Cox tries to flip that ball to second base, missing Owen Cox, and LeBlanc just wasn't able to get it to him. Into the outfield, and smartly Brown over to third base.
It's funny you say smartly, because into the dish steps Grant Hartley.
Haha.
I saw Mrs. Hartley on the way in. I got here rather early, so I didn't get to see a heck of a lot of people. Pitches outside, 1-0.
There are several here.
There are a few. I'm a little concerned about how I'm going to get the car out when we leave. But
right through center field, I'm guessing. We'll just open this gate.
That pitch is inside 2-0.
Right? Isn't the
straight? You know what we should do?
The straightest point. It's the straightest point.
We should put like the big baseball over the top of it and make it a bullpen car.
I would so love that. I bring back the bullpen cars.
Bring it back. You want to speed up the time of the game? Bring back the bullpen car.
Yes.
Stop having guys saunter in from left field or right field. That pitch is lined foul into the Lewiston bench, into the Lewiston fan section.
And saunter.
Which is why we're no longer over filming from over there. We almost lost one cameraman for that. I don't know how many times our cameraman from last spring was like dodging line drives.
Places like the Bermuda Triangle.
It really was. It was much safer to go out here. I'd rather the mosquitoes can't really kill us immediately, so that's helpful. 2-1 pitch, and that's going to hit him. Hartley's going to go down to first, and Evan Cox is in all sorts of trouble. Bases are loaded, full of Eddies. Nobody out. Bottom of the first, no score. But Edward Little not just threatening, they're banging on all the windows at this point as Jared Norcross Plord has a chance to come up and, tired baseball cliche, help his own cause.
Coach Emerson, you're going to come out, have a few words. Actually, that does not look like Coach Emerson.
Be your pitching coach.
I believe Coach Sawyer?
Yes.
No. I'm going to say, I don't think that it's
Mr. Osgood?
Rick Osgood. I think it might be Stanton, but I'm not sure.
Justin Stanton. All right. Well, whatever he said, if you're a Blue Devils fan, you're hoping it's working right now.
Don't overthink it. Don't try to overdo it. Stay within yourself at this point. Keep it as simple as you can. You got to play catch with the guy behind the plate. Throw strikes. Use the 7 guys that are standing behind you.
First pitch is foul back, 0-1.
You got to read that pitch. You see how that pitch went straight back from where we are, Maddie. The timing is just on that pitch. He is just missing that pitch, so got to get it down.
Cox fires in there for a strike, 0-2. So it looked like he was going to have that solid. He started out right out of the gate like that, and then he got knocked off a little bit. So, but another pitch, and you can get right on. 0-2. Wow. High 1-2. The Lewiston bench was not thrilled with that call.
High and inside, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if it was inside.
We'll check the replay later. I always do that. No score. Bottom of the first. Edward Little has the bases loaded and nobody out. Cox steps off. Norcross Plord takes time. We'll reset it and do it again. Cox fires 1-2 pitch. Low, 2-2. No place to put him, so if you walk him, there's a run coming in. Wild pitch brings in a run in all likelihood.
Boy, oh boy.
No margin for error right now for the Lewiston Blue Devils. Cox fires 2-2 pitch. In there for a strike, strike 3, and Norcross Plord will have a seat, 1 away. Reverse K in your scorebook. That was a big pitch.
I think you might have been looking for something off speed and looked like Evan just kind of goosed him with a good fastball there. Caught him off guard and put it in a good spot. Norcross Plord couldn't pull the trigger and took a look at one. Hey, ground ball gets him out of this inning with no damage whatsoever. That's the way you got to think about this. Ground ball double play. There's an opportunity. Max Bell, a guy who can handle the bat very well, got an opportunity here. Try to open this game up.
Max Bell, tremendous football player. Some clutch catches and plays for them this year on the football field. First pitch is fouled away, 0-1. Bases loaded, full of Edward Little Red Eddies. Bottom of the first, no score. Quarterfinal game between these two squads. Winner will face Mount Ararat on Saturday. 0-1 pitch inside, 1-1. Mount Ararat always upsetting, folks. Of course, they beat Oxford Hills last year in the first round, 4-2.
Wow.
1-1. Fouled on the first base line, and it's now 1-2.
Hasn't really squared one up. He's just been missing. Cox has kept him off balance through this at bat, and he's got an opportunity here to go to an out pitch and see if he can't get out of this inning. 20 pitches this inning.
I can't wait for you to break down the pitch count rules for us. That'll be good.
Oh, boy.
Pitch is fouled away, 1-2. So the limit for folks that don't know, it's 60, 70, 75 or something?
75 or 79. I mean, such a frustrating topic for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Dave Jordan responded in that pregame.
Oh, yeah. That pitch is in there for a strike, and there's another one. 2 away.
Fastball did it again. That time, two-seamer in on the hands. Bell couldn't extend out over it. Really nice, sneaky fastball that time by Evan Cox, and got that second out.
So Edward Little had bases loaded, nobody out. Now there's 2 outs. Mason Brushwine in here. That pitch not in there for a strike, 1-0. Cox put his hands out, looked at the umpire like, hey?
Yeah, I look pretty good from here. I must not see the plate well from the angle.
2-0.
That ball's got to be outside. I was able to see it on the little camera screen here. It's just outside. It's maybe a baseball and a half out on the outside edge of the plate.
Cox steps, fires, 2-0 pitch, fouled away, 2-1.
Right back to it, though. Boy, he's battling here. Got to have a lot of confidence in Beckwith behind the dish that he can throw just about anything, and he'll keep it in front of him.
2-1. High, 3-1. This has been a high usage inning for Cox. These are those high pressure innings that you see kids go through. And
yep, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and he's done his job.
3-2. Ball, and Edward Little leads 1-0. Give Brushwine the RBI. And ladies and gentlemen, I can do this fancy new trick now. Boom. We have updated the score. Eventually we'll add like an inning or a quarter in there, but, you know.
Good Lord.
We'll just slow it down a little bit, kids. You got your scoreboard.
The score you see on your screen is correct.
You'll see that in the Spectrum Healthcare Partners logo, along with the MBR logo on the video stream, which you can catch on YouTube. Just subscribe to MBR Sport, and you'll always know when we go live. You can get it right on your mobile phone. Tyler Libby is in there. He's going to ground it to second. That was a nice play by Owen Cox. Stabbed it, stepped on second. And Lewiston very lucky to get out of that inning with only 1 run allowed. End of 1 inning of play. EL 1, Lewiston nothing. You're listening to the MPA State Baseball Playoffs on Maine's Big Z.
Discover for yourself why more and more people choose Twin Town Homes in Oxford. Proudly supporting local athletes in their community since 1955, Twin Town Homes focuses on modern designs and quality craftsmanship. See all the single wides, double wides, and custom modular homes they offer at twintownhomes.com or visit them and see why they're Maine's #1 home store. Twin Town Homes, located across from Oxford Plains Speedway on Route 26 in Oxford. Good luck to all student athletes.
Welcome back. I might have to blow out the fogger again. Like, I'll clear it out of here. I've already cleared everybody out once.
Any mosquito repellent companies out there looking for some advertising?
Yes, anything good.
we are interested. Maybe you're a tent maker.
Maybe you'd like to put a screen up of some type. 1-0, Edward Little, top of the second. Matty B. Steve Flynn with you here. You know us from the B list.
11 pitches in the first inning for Norcross Plord, so not too much of a typically, in the offseason, you're going to have your pitchers run your innings. Coaches differ, somewhere between 15 or 18 pitches an inning. In the game, you're generally aiming for that 15 number. So 30 pitches through 2, 45, 60 pitches through 4 roughly is what you're aiming for if you can efficiently. So you'll definitely take 11.
First pitch is in there for a strike. Eddie Turgeon in there. Dalton Wing next. Nate Osgood to follow. That pitch is high. Count now 1-1.
Norcross Plord working very fast, not spending a whole lot of time off of the rubber.
1-1 is hit to second. Gibson to first. There's one away. 1 out in the top of the second inning. Lewiston trails the EL 1-0.
Go ahead.
You go right ahead. I had nothing important to say there. You had an actual thing to go with.
Just behind the fastball that time. He just couldn't catch up. I think we're seeing that. We saw it in the first inning. Guys just not able to get the bat around on the speed of the pitch from Norcross Plord.
Osgood is the designated hitter for Cooper Millett, the right fielder. First pitch is a ball, 1-0.
Gibson playing up the middle and Brown playing far over to the left.
Leg kick way up there, and ball goes back to the backstop. Now 2-0.
Yeah, everybody's really shifted over. They're expecting the fact that Wing will be laid on the good fastball.
And that pitch is a ball, 3-0.
Oh, well, this is good, Matty. Yeah, Matty B putting the screen up for us here, so we got the TV going too.
Pitch. Low and down to first base goes Osgood. Of course, a reminder, you can keep up to date on all of the MPA baseball playoff action by visiting mainbaseballreport.com, which you can find at mbr.org, which you can also find lacrosse score, softball scores, all the spring sports action you need at your fingertips. mbr.org. Find it at sportstime780.com. Click local. Pitched by Norcross Plort is just a bit outside. 1-0. I say that heavily sarcastically. Hopefully everybody got the Major League reference.